What are you doing over there? Ogre Pond? What were you doing over there? Oh. She was playing Super Mario Party Jamboree. The Mario Party formula has been anything but consistent in the last 5 games, but at least that means they're not afraid to be creative. Jamboree is bursting with creativity, with minigames and boards and ideas pulled from just about every Mario Party before it, even DS. The biggest addition to Jamboree is the Jamboree Buddies. They're kind of like allies from Super Mario Party, but much more impactful. Some characters have a chance to show up on the board. When they do so, they'll stay there for 3 turns, and if anyone reaches them, they'll initiate a showdown minigame. These are unique to each and every Jamboree Buddy. Whoever initiates the game gets an advantage. This can be anything from extra points to a starting boost to a larger timing window. Whoever wins the minigame will get the Jamboree Buddy, all of which have a unique ability that activates each turn. Not only do you get these unique abilities, you interact with the map twice instead of once. That means you land on 2 Lucky spaces, or 2 Bowser spaces, or pass Boo twice, or buy 2 stars. Whoever wins the showdown minigame has a huge advantage for the next 3 turns or until their buddy is stolen from them. But all someone has to do is pass the player with the Jamboree Buddy to steal them. It feels a little too easy for how long their minigames are, but I can see how the devs didn't want to add more time to the game with some sort of Jamboree duel. Jamboree Buddies have a huge effect on every aspect of the game. The game gets much longer when you have one on the board because showdown minigames are 3 to 5 times longer than a regular minigame, but they're engaging. So while the game does technically get longer, it doesn't make me want to doom scroll. Just don't try to play it with a strict time limit. Jamboree Buddies add variety to every game with a random selection of characters along with agency because you literally have to compete to win your ally over. Jamboree Buddies are a super powerful, super innovative, and super fun addition to Mario Party. Except for Rosalina. Her ability is mediocre and her minigame is awful. I sure am glad that I play her because it means I never have to play that awful minigame ever again. Even without the Jamboree Buddies, the game is still a delight. Though turns feel like they definitely take longer than faster Mario Parties like 3 or 6, it doesn't feel slow. Jamboree takes longer because the players are constantly making decisions and engaging with the game. When I talk about speed in a Mario Party, I'm talking about the time between being actively able to interact with the game. Most turns feel like they're packed with decisions and opportunities, with the players constantly interacting with the map, be it through board events, minigames, traps, or shops. Jamboree is incredibly captivating for a party game, even though the turns take almost twice as long as other Mario Parties. Speaking of shops, the item system in this game is great. Most of the time, there are 2 different types of shop on each board, disregarding Rainbow Galleria, which has 8. These shops are extremely similar to the Baby Bowser and Toad shops from Mario Party 3. If you watched my last video, you know that 3 is my favorite Mario Party, especially in how they handle the item system, so I am incredibly pleased that they brought this back. But I can't really talk about shops without including Pro Mode. Pro Mode is a version of Super Mario Party Jamboree with more competitive rules. It introduces a lot of mechanics that I'll mention in just a second, but for now let's focus on the item shops. In Pro Mode, items are limited in supply. This has, to my knowledge, never been done in a Mario Party before. Limited supply adds a level of strategy that no other Mario Party has had before. In fact, Pro Mode introduces a lot of mechanics that make the game more skill-based. Instead of completely random minigames, each player gets to vote on one, then a roulette will decide which one to play. Instead of completely random bonus stars, 1 of 3 is chosen at the beginning of the game. The players know which bonus star is in their game from the very beginning. Sucks. If you just let the players know what they're playing for, it would add variety, but not at the cost of agency. You're welcome. Pro Mode gets rid of hidden blocks. It removes chance time, changes Boo to steal 15 coins every time, makes Bowser spaces always take a star, turns lucky spaces into a binary choice between 10 coins or double dice, allows every player to start the game with an item of their choice, players can duel for stars, and can only be played for 12 turns. I really appreciate that pro rules have been added. It feels like something us Mario Partiers have been asking for, but at the same time, I can't really say it's my favorite way to play Jamboree. It's more of an alternative way to play than a default. I like playing both of the versions about equally, but depending on the mood I'm in, I want to play either party mode or pro mode. I definitely find myself getting screwed over because of bad luck more often with regular rules, but it feels like an irreplaceable part of the Mario Party charm. As I said in the last video, if you want to play a game where the better player wins every time, Mario Party isn't for you. It's great that pro mode is properly explained as well. For comparison, this is how party mode is explained. I think I'm a how exciting kind of guy myself. Aside from the Jamboree mechanic and pro rules, not too much has changed. There's a great selection of minigames, the boards are pretty great on average, especially Rainbow Galleria, and Super Mario Party Jamboree is packed with charm. Just listen to Shy Guy. He could push me down a set of stairs and I'd forgive him. I do wish the game was a little faster sometimes, mostly just the screens reminding you that having 2 Jamboree buddies means that you can buy 2 stars, but it's nothing like Mario Party 5. I only have a few more notes on the game. The motion minigames are great, but enabling them means that I have to play the game with a single Joy-Con, which I wish I didn't have to. I totally understand why they made it this way. Some minigames have you grip the Joy-Con vertically and others have you grip it horizontally, but I guess I just wish that Joy-Cons were bigger. That isn't really Jamboree's fault. It doesn't feel good to have my domination score go from this on a GameCube controller to this on a Joy-Con. I've heard some people talk about how they wish that Jamborees could be disabled, and I can see why. They not only add like a good 6 minutes with one minigame, they also enable huge swings. For example, on the last turn of this game, I bought 2 stars, then stole coins twice, then bought another 2 stars. That's a little egregious. And Daisy's ability didn't even help me. This is something that every Jamboree buddy would let me do. At the same time though, the whole gimmick of Super Mario Party Jamboree is Jamborees. I can see why the developers didn't include an option to disable the namesake of their game. Personally, I think that Jamboree buddies are great, even though I seethe and mauled whenever someone else wins them. Something I didn't do in my last video was talk about modes other than the basic Mario Party, but given that this is an entire video on only Jamboree, I feel like I should at least mention them. I'll be quick. Koopathlon is great. A 20-person minigame competition is a great way to add some replayability and single-player fun, especially because the game comes with a 3-month Nintendo Online membership. I do feel like it could be balanced a little differently. I feel like I hardly see the highest difficulty minigames, but I'm also an adult who spends a significant amount of free time playing Mario Party. The party planning mode, which is basically just the single player campaign, is fine, I guess. I don't really find Mario Party fun alone, but at least it gave me some funny little decorations. Rhythm Kitchen is also fine. I can't really play rhythm games because my hands suck. I got an overuse injury a few years ago, so I can't play rhythm games or my hands will stop functioning. Item Factory is actually a lot of fun. My only gripe with it is that the ball feels like molasses sometimes. I don't really know what that's about, but whatever, it's still fun. Bowser Kaboom Squad is maybe my least favorite mode. 8-player co-op could be a lot of fun in person, but I didn't really care for the online mode. I haven't played much of it, and that's not likely to change anytime soon. I did also forget about Paratroopa Flight School, and I think that says enough. I can see some people enjoying it, but it's really not for me. And so here is my updated Mario Party tier list. There is definitely recency bias at work here, but I also immediately knew that I didn't like Superstars when that came out, so we'll see if my opinion changes in the future. I guess here's where I plug my channel. Subscribe. Like 99% of my viewers are not subscribed. What the hell? And like the video. Everybody say, bye, Ogre Pine. Bye, Ogre Pine.